Hi, please introduce yourself.
Well, I'm a former football coach. Like this, I'm a former football coach and started my tournament business several years ago with some colleagues and gonna live in Portugal. And yeah, of course, then we want to have some business in Portugal. So right now we have the Algarve Cup for the fourth year now. So did like 20 editions, and yeah, trying to have fun over here with the game we like, with football and the teams we are in contact with. So yeah, that's what we do.
Can you talk more about the Algarve tournament and its success?
Yes, of course. Well, like I said, we started 4 years ago. And every year we have three editions in March and three editions in November. In March we are having U13, U14 and U16 teams over here. And in November we have U15, U17, U19 editions. I think Sydney always comes in November with the teams, so that's nice. And then they play 11 other teams, so one edition, one age group edition will be a tournament with 12 teams. We separate them always in three groups of four teams on the first day, and then the next day there will be new groups where they play different teams, and then on the third day, that's the Sunday, the final day, we have knockout games. So they normally they play two games, semi-final and a final, and then the tournament is done, and it's really a nice tournament. I think if I compare it with the tournaments we have in the Netherlands, we are focusing more on only 12 teams and try to have as much as elite teams in the tournament, because it hires the level of the tournament. And yeah, if you look at the roadmap for one team, which teams you play, then I think if you play 7 games in total, then yeah, 5 or 6 games are against real top teams. And yeah, that's the thing we want in the Algarve Cup, because it makes it a lot more attractive for big teams, but also for teams who have a little bit lower level but want to compete against the big teams, and yeah, wants to test their guys in these kind of tournaments. So yeah, we hope to do it every year a little bit better, because when we started 4 years ago, it was yeah, it was of course the first time, so we had to learn as well, and still, but I think we develop a lot. And yeah, that's always a nice process to have a tournament which we can develop in a perfect way, the way we want it, with several extra things around it. The devil is in the detail, we say. So yeah, that's what we do.
All Stars Sydney have been participating in this tournament for the last 3 years. What are your thoughts on All Stars Sydney and the organisation administration team?
Well, first of all, really nice guys to cooperate with. We can trust them fully, so it's a good contact for us to have, because always behaving well in the tournament, always good communication around the tournaments. Also early in the year when we have to make agreements, then it's good to connect with the guys we are connecting with right now. So so that's a positive thing in general, I think. When you look at the tournament participations, of course the level of the tournament is high, so the guys really have to compete to get results. Yeah, the one tournament it's going very good. One tournament it's more difficult. But when you look at the overall, then we are happy to have Sydney All Stars over here. Of course, we know they traveled a long way, but it's a different culture than the cultures we have in Europe. So it's good to combine the different cultures over the world, because we not only have Australian teams in our tournament, but also teams from America, from South America, from Mexico, for example, the northern part of Europe, the middle part, the southern part. So it all comes together, and I think that's a good thing, and I think that's a special thing about Sydney All Stars, because they bring that with them as well. And yeah, they're doing well. I think we always ask how is the hotel experiencing the teams, and they are always happy about the people of Sydney, and also the transportation guys, the bus drivers. We like to have disciplined teams over here, not only performing on the pitch but also outside of the pitch, and I think Sydney has it all. So yeah, we like to cooperate with them in the future, and yeah, we hope they will develop because yeah, I think that's the plan of Sydney All Stars as well, to develop the academy to compete more and more in this tournament, because right now yeah, it's getting difficult. So yeah, most of the time they end in the when you have 12 teams, they end 12, 11, then 9. Well, it would be a good step for them to make some progress about that, and maybe end in future between place 5 till 8. That would be a massive improvement, I think, because yeah, it's very difficult to win, or you can sometimes win a game against a team like Benfica, but if you want a higher ranking, yeah, then that's also very difficult for a team like Sydney, because the most teams which are here are teams like Ajax, Benfica, Sporting. Well, we have Atletico Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and they should perform better than a team like Sydney. But if you have the right plan and the right players and the good combination with the coaches, then yeah, you can have good matches between them. You can get some results. So then yeah, it could have an extra value for the guys from Sydney, I think.
Thank you much for your time.
Yeah, a pleasure.